Okay, good morning, guys. How are you doing today? Good morning, online. Yeah, hope everyone are doing good. I hope you had a nice weekend. How was your weekend? That's good. Nice. Okay, so so what did we discuss in our last class? I am roles. So let's have a quick shootout. So what is a role? Temporary access without credentials. Okay. And then can we attach policies to the roles? Yes. And the roles can be attached to the EC2 instances? Yes. And the roles can be attached to any AWS service also? Yes. So one role can be attached to many EC2 instances at the same time? Yes. And one EC2 instance can have multiple roles? No. So, and also, what is a software? What is that software that we need to install on the Linux machines in order to access AWS services? AWS CLI. So if I install AWS CLI on the Linux machine, in order to authenticate, what I need to configure? What I need to configure? Keys. What are those keys? Access key, secret key. Okay. And then is it recommended to configure the keys on the machine? No. So if you don't want to configure the keys, but you still want to access AWS services, so what is the concept that you need to use? IAM roles you need to use. Okay. And then we discussed about identity provider, federations, and identity center. Correct? So what is that about? Identity federation, identity center. What is this all about? SSO. What is this all about? What is this SSO? Single sign-on. So with only with one credentials, we can log into multiple services or multiple accounts. So within AWS, if you want to use SSO, what is the service that you should use? Identity center. What is that? So can you create users in identity center? Can you create users in identity center? Yes. And if you have multiple root accounts, how do you manage these multiple root accounts? Using organizations. So we need to have organizations and group all the root accounts together, and then going to identity center, create users there and assign root accounts for that particular user. And identity center will give the separate URL for you to access. Yes, using that URL, you can access the AWS accounts. Okay. And then we discuss about the tags. What are the tags? Tags are key value pair. Key value pair. How many tags can have per resource? Maximum 50 tags. These tags are mandatory or optional? Optional. And these tags are used for, will help for automation purpose, cost optimization purpose. Yes, also, right? Cost optimization also. Okay. Yeah, good. So this is what we have discussed, right? And IAM is all about IAM users, IAM groups, IAM roles, IAM policies, and then federation. So today, what we're going to do? Practicals on IAM. Should we do the practicals on IAM? And do you have all the AWS accounts with you? Everyone have AWS accounts? Did you sign up to the account? So what we're going to do is, guys, I'll be showing you the practicals in front of you here. And especially online people, please don't open the browsers and don't do the parallel practicals. If you do the parallel practicals, what will happen is you will be focusing on what I am clicking and what you are missing. Sir clicked that, I clicked this. Click. So will you learn anything? No. So do not do any kind of parallel practicals. Don't open the browser itself. Concentrate on what I am showing. And then at the end of the class, I'll give you the task and take the task and then complete it and come back tomorrow. I mean, tomorrow meaning in the next class. Okay. Okay. So how many types of accounts are there? 2 types of accounts. What are those? Root account and then IAM account, or you call it as root account or a root user or IAM user. You tell me, for you, you have what type of account? Root account only, no? Everyone has only root account. Did you create any IAM user? No. So with what account you need to log in? Root account. Okay. Coming to me. I have been using this account since many years. And I want to show you the practicals. You tell me which type of account is recommended for me to log in and show it to you. IAM user only, no? Agree? So I will be logging with the IAM user, but you will be logging with the root user. Sir, you can ask, sir, how do you have your IAM user? I have created. I have created with my own name, I have created my IAM user. I just log in with the IAM user and I'll show you how to create IAM user. What you do, you log into the root account, you create IAM user, give proper permissions, come out and log in with the IAM user again. So once you create IAM user, and you should never log into the root account. That meaning, don't use the root account. You should always log in with the IAM user. So with what user I need to log in? IAM user. With what user you log in? Root user. Is that clear, first of all? So I log in with the IAM account now. Yeah. So let me share my screen. Guys, can you please confirm? Can you see my screen and can you hear me well? Okay, ma. So do you see this here? I have bookmarked. What is that? You know bookmarks, right? So instead of going to the Google all the time, going to that link, what you do, you bookmark. So do you have the bookmark now? No. So what we do, how do you log into the console? Go to Google and type what, Nana? AWS console login. And you see this AWS management console. This is how you go, right? Okay. And I call it as, I click on sign into the console. Do you know all these things? You have signed in, right? Yeah. Do you see this? I have got this console. And what console is this now? Sign in as a IAM user. Sign in as a IAM user. But how do you get it? Do you see signing using the root user? You need to click this. Or you know how to log into the root account. So what I'll be doing, I'll be logging with the user, IAM user, right? And I'll show you how to create IAM user. And you will get to know how to create an IAM user. And then you come out from the root account and log in with the IAM user. Okay, Nana? Okay, see. Every account, every AWS account will have 12-digit account ID. What's the name? Every AWS account, the account that you have also signed up has every account will have 12-digit account ID. How many digits? 12 digits. Is it possible for you to remember the 12-digit account number? It's very hard to remember our phone numbers itself, right? Do you remember this 12-digit account, AWS account number? No. So what you can do is, instead of, okay, same in your phone book, in your phone also, do you remember the phone numbers? No. What do you remember? You remember the name. You remember the name. So if you want to call your friend, you just search for the name and then you call it, correct? Similarly here also, is it possible for us to recommend this 12 digit, remember this 12 digit account number? No. So what we should is, I have already created a alias for it. What is that? What is that? Alias. We call it as account alias. What is that? You know, right? Alias. Alias meaning another name. Alias meaning another nickname. So instead of remembering 12 digit account number, what I did is in my account, I have created a alias. You know what is the alias that I have created? I created alias called Riaz AWS Trainer. You need to also go and create alias. I'll show you how to create it, but I need to log in now, first of all. And IAM user, I have created an IAM user called Riaz RSK. So that is my IAM user I have created. And the password, I don't remember. I have it here. Show password, huh? You naughty. So click on sign in. You understand? So what is the thing I have given, Anna? I have given account alias, IAM username, password, and click on sign in. So do you remember we discussed about MFA? Yes or no? We discussed about MFA. So did I configure MFA for my IAM user? And am I safe or not? Yes. How I have done all these things, I'll teach you now. So now what I need to open now? On my phone, I need to open what, Nana? Google Authenticator. So I have already configured it. So let me open Google Authenticator. And then it is showing the code 005253. And I click on submit. Louder. If you're asking question, you need to be a little bit louder. Is it clear? Everyone understood how do we log in with the IAM user? You know how to log into the root account. Yes or no? Just put the email ID, password, and then you log in and you will get this. Understand? Should I sign out and then log in again one more time? No need, no. Enough, right? Okay. So good. So Nana, this is called console. This is called home page. What is this called? Or you can call it as landing page also. Anything is fine. So whenever you log in, you come here. This is your home page. So let me quickly give you the tour on the home page, what we have on the home page. On the left side, do you see this AWS? There is nothing. If you click it here, it will come to the home page. Wherever you are in any service in AWS, on the top, this is called header. What is this called, Nana? So once you click on AWS, this will come to the home page. And next here we have services. So we have learned so many services now. All these services will be listed here based on the categories. Let's say, for example, if you go to database, we have DynamoDB, Elastic Cache, right? So RDS, we have so many things. And if you compute EC2, Lambda, right, in Lightsail, right? So we have so many things. So, but the thing is, it's very hard from here to find out which service is in which category, correct? So no one is interested. Even I'm also not interested to search the service from here. For that reason, here they have given the search box. What is that? So can you go and search it here, whichever the service that you want? So which is the service that you want to go now? IAM only, no? Right? So just type IAM. Do you got IAM here? Tell me a few more services that I'll search and show it to you. Route 53. Do you got Route 53? Yeah, next. Why I'm asking is because you know the service names. Tell me. EC2. You have EC2. Next. Lambda. CloudFront. Cloud Watch. S3. Beanstalk. VPC. Do you see that? So why I have asking you is to memorize you like the service names. Okay. So this is how you need to go and search for the service names. Okay. And now, do you see this here? Before I talk about this, on Linux machines or on CLI, on Linux machines, if you want to run any AWS services, what is the software that you need to install? AWS CLI. Now for that, what you need to do is you need to launch one Linux EC2 instance. You log into it and install AWS CLI, configure the keys, or you can use the rows and then access AWS service with the commands. Correct or not? I'm repeating again. So if you want to access AWS services from CLI, what you need to do? You need to launch one EC2 instance, log into it, install what? AWS CLI. How do you authenticate? Configure the keys, or do you recommend to configure the keys? No. What you need to use? Attach the rows and then go inside it and then run the commands. So you need to do these many things in order to use CLI. But what I want is, I want to put the question mark. Is that the question? Or is that Muneshwara Rao? Put the question. So Putty, if I understand this question properly, Putty is a tool that we use to connect to the Linux machines. That we'll do it later. So now, in order to use this CLI and install, configure all these things, I want to use AWS CLI immediately on the spot. I want to use AWS CLI immediately on the spot. I want to use it. I don't want to launch EC2 instance. I don't want to configure the keys. I don't want to use the rows. I don't want to do nothing. I want immediately terminal should open with CLI configured. So this is called Cloud Shell. What is this called? So Cloud Shell is an instant AWS CLI. So if you want AWS CLI, just go ahead and click on this. And then automatically on the browser, AWS CLI will get loaded. 8%, 100%, preparing, done. Do you see this? If I put AWS -- version, and I would be having the AWS CLI there. Do we have the AWS CLI here? Getting it? So this is a Cloud Shell is a very, what is it called? Instant AWS CLI. If you want to load, if you want to set up or not set up, you do want to do any setup here? No. If you want to load AWS CLI instantly, use Cloud Shell. Please write in your book. Or if you want clear definition, AWS Cloud Shell. So using AWS Cloud Shell, in brackets, you write a browser-based shell. A browser-based shell. You can quickly run commands. You can quickly run commands and scripts with AWS CLI. With AWS CLI. In next step, write down Cloud Shell is a instant AWS CLI loaded into the browser. Okay, na? Correct only, no? Right? Good. So we have a separate class for AWS CLI. I'll teach it later on this. Okay, because is this a topic today? No, for us? No, right? So let us remove this. So you need to delete AWS Cloud Shell home directory because the home directory got created here. What do you? We say PWD. What is that? Linux commands. What is PWD? Present working directory. Do you see /home/cloud shell user is there? So directory got created. We don't want this. So delete cloud shell home directory. So just go ahead and then delete. So we don't want now. So done. Do you understand what is this cloud shell here? Now, yes, Azam, correct. So now do you see what is this? Bell icon or ghanta symbol, right? So bell icon. What we were doing, Soumya? Network issue. Nothing. You just click on it, it'll get loaded. Soumya, right? You just click on it, automatically get loaded. So now we have here bell icon. Generally, what is this used for? Notification purpose only, right? So notification. So basically, if AWS want to send you some notifications, let's say Sinana, for example, you have launched one EC2 instance. You have 10 EC2 instances, for example. So this EC2 instance will be on the host machine on the AWS side, right? Yes or no? This will be a host machine. So all this EC2 instance will be on the host machine on the AWS side. So all of a sudden that host machine, let's say for example, so this is the host machine, which is handled by AWS. Are we responsible for this? No. What we do on top of it, what we create? EC2 instances. So do we have only one hosting or multiple host machines from AWS? Obviously multiple. So many will be there. So let's say, for example, you have your EC2 instance running on this host machine. So now sometimes AWS will take this host machine for maintenance. If they are taking for this maintenance, your EC2 will also come under maintenance or not? Obviously, yes. Then AWS will send you a notification saying that, Babu, next month, this date, your EC2 instance will be stopped. Your EC2 instance will be stopped. So these any kind of notifications that AWS want to send to you, so all those things will come and sit over here in notifications. So you need to keep one eye on that notification all the time in real time. Okay. And then AWS has any issue, any operational issue, or any kind of if particular region is something is not working properly, all that information you will get it from here. Do we have any notifications here at the moment? Zero open issues, zero schedule, zero other notifications. Nothing is there. So you need to keep an eye on this all the time. Okay, now? This is for our information. And then this is question mark symbol is related to support. What's that? So we have seen so many different types of supports now. What are those? Basic support, developer support, business support, enterprise support. So which is the support that we have used? Basic support. So support is related to what? If you want to create ticket with AWS. If you want to talk to AWS, if you want to create a ticket with AWS, how do you create a ticket? From here. So open it and open the support center. If you open the support center, from here, you can create a ticket to AWS. What create? It's up to you. Whatever the problem that you're facing, you can create a ticket. Do you see on the left side, we have create case? And do you see this account number we have? That is my own account number. But is it possible for me to remember that account number? No. So what I have created for this? Louder. Alias. So I'll show you quickly how did I create it. Very easy. Okay. So what is the support plan I have? Basic. So any kind of issues that you get in AWS, you can check with AWS by creating this ticket. Okay. All of a sudden you got the 1,000 rupees bill. To whom you need to ask? You need to ask me or AWS? Will you ask me? No, right? So obviously you need to So basically, I'll tell you this small thing also here. So we'll be using 1 year free tier account, right? So you don't get the bills so just in case if you get 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, max 100, that's fine. It's completely fine. But some people, what they do is, I call them as what? Sugar patients. So don't take it seriously. Sugar patient meaning where they want to do something like, their hands are very, right? So they want to click that, this. But just accidentally also, or fortunately, unfortunately, purposely, intentionally, not intentionally, they might have done something and they got some 1,000, 2,000 or 5,000 bill, for example. Then they'll come to me and saying that, sir, what bill, sir? What should I do, sir? What should I do? I told you already not to calcify that. Yes or no? So, but you did. So, okay. In that case, what you need to do is, Nana, so you can create a ticket with AWS here in the billing section saying that, Arevo AWS by, I'm a student, I'm learning. Unfortunately, I clicked something. I got the bill. Please help me. So for the very first time, AWS will help you to waive off that bill. But will you be using this for your 100 rupees? Will you be using for 200 rupees? Don't use it for very small thing. Unfortunately, accidentally, if you get something little bit bigger, then you can approach AWS and then they will waive off the bill. So don't use this for 200, 300 rupees. Okay. Just in case you don't maximum, you don't get it. Just in case I'm saying. Okay. Now, so just in case you might have launched a EC2 instance. And I told you, which is the region that we should be using in our course? Mumbai. And what some people will do, they'll go and set up in some other region. And they forget to terminate, forget to stop. And it'll keep on running in the back end. Bill. Same thing, no? In your home also, you have 2 double bedroom. In one room, you put the switch on the fan, and another room, you switch off. And you went home, you went to vacation for 10 days. And the fan is keep on running day and night. You'll get the bill or not. So you need to make sure that whenever you switch on the fan, you switch off the fan also. Here also, whenever you launch the EC2 instance, make sure that you terminate or stop the EC2 instance. So we'll learn all these things in EC2 section, not in IAM. So IAM is all about creating users and maintaining the permissions. Okay, now? So how do you create do you see this create case? If you click on create case and it is asking like this. It is related to account and billing technical. Nana, we are using basic support. Basic support meaning in that basic support, you cannot ask any technical questions because technical support is unavailable. Because basic support is free, no? Basic support is free. So they don't give response, right? So if you go for minimum developer support, then technical questions you can ask. So in your company, mostly minimum to minimum developer support will be there. So just in case if you have any technical issues, technical problems, this is also very nice. I also, when I don't know, not about don't know, when I stuck in some issue which is related to AWS, it's everything is good, but still is not working, right? Even though you put a lot of effort, right? So then to whom I need to ask? Do I need to ask my manager? Now I'm itself my manager and a director. But when I was small, do I need to go and ask manager? Will you go and ask manager, this is not working. Can you help me? Oh, right? Who are you, man? Talented, right? So you cannot ask manager saying that please help because that will give a bad impact, right? So what you need to do, of course, if you create ticket also, the ticket will go to manager also forever. So just in case if you get any kind of really, if you want to ask, you can create a ticket to AWS saying, put the problem statement clearly, please ask for the solution, they will help you. Okay. Now, if you want to relate it to your bill account and billing, you can select just in case about billing, category, charge inquiry or something, then put a general question, right? And then other billing questions, click on next, and then put your subject, Put your subject and put your description and then go ahead and then create it. Okay. So this is how you create a ticket with AWS. Ibrahim is asking in real time, which plan we can use. It is not about in real time, which plan we can use. Correct. In real time, you will be getting some questions. Will you go with basic? If you create any ticket with basic, they don't reply because basic is only for account related things. But technical related things, minimum to minimum, you need to have developer support, right? Now, is this clear? So that is on the support side. So this one is Bhuchakra, right? You know, this is related to generally what is this called? Settings, right? So if we click on it, so we are using the light color format, no? I mean, so if you want browser default, if you want dark color, your console will become dark. So already I have 4 eyes. If I use dark color, then I'll get 6 eyes, right? So I cannot use, so a light color is good for me. So that is fine. And then these are all what? Regions. What are these? So which is our favorite region? Mumbai. Who is there in Mumbai for you? Okay. Huh? So let's say this is Mumbai here. So, and did I told you this? Which is AWS favorite region? Which is the AWS favorite region? Remember this, North Virginia. Which one? North Virginia, because whenever AWS want to implement anything, he will implement firstly in North Virginia. Then slowly he will implement that new service or new feature to the next regions, right? So Maldives, I'm not asking Jeff's favorite place, right? Okay, so Nana, how many regions are there? So I said 27 when we were learning. You know how much it is today? Huh? How many? 32, right? So I told you on that day also. So this 27th is just for now. So later, if AWS want to expand his business, so he'll be expanding his business regions to multiple countries. So now at the moment, how many are there? And how many availability zones are there? 102. How many availability zones? So at the moment, 32 regions and 102 availability zones. And AWS or anyone will not ask this question, how many regions are there? Because it's not constant. Okay, Nana. So as I said, please, we should be in the Mumbai region. So those who are not in India, please select your appropriate nearest region for. Okay, Nana. So here who are with me, I mean in Hyderabad in India. So please select Mumbai. So do you see Hyderabad here? No. So what you need to do here, you have your manage region. So you need to enable it. What do you need to do? Do you want to enable it now? Not required. So there is no difference. And remember, the only difference between the regions are few regions have only 3 availability zones. Few regions has 6 availability zones. So there is a difference in the availability zones. And another important thing is there will be a difference with the price also. Very little bit slight difference will be there. Let's say in Mumbai, they're charging 10 rupees. In North Virginia, they might be charging some little bit, 11 rupees or 12 rupees like this. So there will be a difference. So the difference between the regions, write down in your book. Difference between the regions are. Difference between the regions are. The differences between the regions are. Number 1, number of availability zones. Number of availability zones. Number 2, charge difference. Charge difference. Okay, na? These two you need to keep that in mind. Okay. Is it possible for us to say how many default available zones are there in each region? No, it's depend. North Virginia has 6, Mumbai has 3, some other has 2, some other has 4. Who knows, right? So can we change the regions? Of course, you can select Ohio also, North Virginia also, doesn't matter. Okay. So at the moment, so we should be in which region all the time? Mumbai. Okay. So now, next coming to this point, next thing is here. This is your profile. What is it, Nana? You can see the account number here also. This is the easiest way of looking your account number. And IAM user is, this one is my IAM user. And your account related thing. And remember organizations. So here also we have organizations. Service quotas. What is it, Nana? What is quota meaning? Quota. Limit. Okay, see. Service quotas here in AWS meaning, no. In each and every service, there will be a soft limit. What limit? Let's say, for example, S3 buckets, how many you can create in your account? Maximum 100. How many? 100 is a soft limit. And how do you know it is 100 or not? Because I'm telling you. And some other service, I don't tell you what is the maximum limit. How do you find out? Service quotas. Service quotas meaning in each and every service, what is the maximum quota by default you have? You can see it from there. Right? Can you increase it? Yes. You can, let's say you have 100 buckets maximum. That is the soft limit. So you can select that and then you can create a ticket with the AWS and saying that, Babu, increase from 100 to 200. And also remember, what is the maximum EC2 instances you can launch by default in your fresh account? 20. How many? How many maximum EC2 instances you can launch in your default account? Please write that down. That is also a certification. The maximum EC2 instances we can launch. The maximum EC2 instances we can launch in a fresh AWS account. In a fresh AWS account is 20. A full stop. We can increase this limit by creating ticket with AWS. We can increase this limit. We can increase this limit by creating a ticket with AWS. Okay, Nana, got it? Write down one more thing here about service quotas. Service quota is a service from AWS. Service quotas is a service from AWS where we can find the maximum resource limits, of each AWS service. And there also we can increase the limit by creating ticket with AWS. We can increase the limit. We can increase the limit by creating ticket with AWS. Yes, G1, correct. Okay, Nana? Got it? So we should not leave each and every single point also. That's why we are writing it. Okay, good. So billing dashboard, which is related to your billing. Security credentials, your username, password related things. Okay, fine. So this concept, please remind me later. What is this? Switch role. I'll talk about this sometime later. Okay, so and all these things here, what are all these? These are recently visited services. What are all these, Nana? So when you're visiting any AWS service, so it is a quick link here, recently visited services. And all these are all widgets. What are all these, Nana? You don't need to worry about all these things. These are all like on your phone, you have widgets, no? It's how do you arrange it? Simple as that. So we don't talk about, we don't need all these things. Is it clear, Nana, on the console, the overview tour of the AWS console? So what we're going to do now, let's go to IAM. Should we go to IAM? Correct. Billing is only accessible to root user and you can log and you log in with IAM user, then how it is showing billing? Okay. See, the question that he's asking is, sir, there is no sir, but I'll talk about that. So, so the thing is, the question here is, sir, you are a root, you are a IAM user, but how come billing dashboard is showing? That is menu. If I click on it, will it show? See. What does it say? You inherit permissions. Okay. Okay. All right, so let's go up. And then what do we do? Let's search for the Nana. What? IAM. Let's go to IAM service. IAM. So click on IAM. So IAM is global or regional? Global. So do we need to select any region for IAM? No. On the top, do you see this here? We have here global. So all the regions are grayed out. So in IAM, you no need to select any region because IAM is global. And IAM is billable or free? IAM is completely free. Okay, now do you see this here? So we have learned so many things, right? So see how confident that you are now. Do you know what is user groups? I mean groups. Do you know users, roles, policies, identity provider, some settings, and did we learn about organizations, and then we access analyzer. See, we know everything now. What you need to know is now how to click, where to click. How to click, where to click. That's it. Right? We have learned the topics. We know the logics, everything. So what we need to do is we need to just implement it now. So what is the first thing that you need to implement here is, Anna? See. Do you see this here? What is this? Account alias. So this is my account ID and this is my account alias. So for you, it will be like this. For you, it will be like this. So what the first thing that you need to create is what? Alias. So how to create, Nana? Create. So here you need to give the name. So I'm giving Riaz AWS trainer. So you can give your name also. So don't give just name because the URL, this URL should be unique. What is it? URL should be unique. So this one, http:// something .signin.aws. This will be similar for everyone, and only this part should be unique because this will work in the internet. If you put suppose Teja, it will not work because someone has already created called Teja. So give Teja Cloud or whatever you know. All right. So here I'm creating, Nana, what is this? Alias. Did I create the alias now? So if you don't create the alias, you need to remember this. If you create alias, you don't need to remember that. Because when you're logging in, it is asking account ID or alias. If you don't remember the alias, what do you need to do? Put the account ID, but do you remember account ID? No, that is the first reason why you need to create the alias first. Is it clear how to create alias first? Online, is it clear, Nana? And this URL is called IAM user sign-in link. Say that. IAM user sign in link. Again, I'm giving you a scenario now. Okay. You only tell me. So this is my account. This is my AWS account. This is my AWS account. And I have few people names. Tell me few people names. Madhu. Next. Teja. Next. Asif. If you start telling your names, I remember. Otherwise, I know only these three people. Nadim also I know. Arif is there. Asif. Okay, let's say. So, Azam, Diksha, Ram, Priyanka, everyone. Okay, so now, this is whose account is this? Mine or yours. Root account is there. So, if these people want to log into my account, yes or no? So, what I need to create for them? IAM users. So, I need to create IAM user called Madhu here. I need to create IAM user called Teja here. I need to create IAM user called Asif here. Yes or no? Okay. So now I create only IAM username. Password also will be there or not? Yes. I created username and password for these people. And I have given to them username and password. And there should be some link, no? How do they log in? I should give some link, no? And what is that link called? IAM user sign in link. So that meaning this link I need to give to these users. Tell me, I need to give, so link will be the same for everyone or different for everyone? Different or same? How many root account is there? Only one. So the IAM user sign in link will be same for everyone. Because they are logging into my account only, no? So my account, you listen this, see here. http://riazawstrainer.signin.aws.amazon/console. So this will be the same for all IAM users because that represent my account. If these people wants to log into some other account, for them it is different URL or same URL? Different URL. So this is what I'm saying here. So all IAM users will have the same link. Which is that link? This link. Which is the link is here? IAM user sign in link. So I will give the same link, this link to everyone, and everyone will be logging into my account with that link. Clear? So what is this link called, Lana? IAM user. Clearly say which link is that? IAM user sign in link. All your IAM users that I have created, I will give it to you, and that is your sign in link. Anyways, username, password I have created. So once you create IAM user, what are the things that you need to give to them? IAM username, password, and this link you need to give to them to log in. Clear? Good. Okay, so now we created alias for it. Good. Now what we need to do now? Let's go and create user. Should we go and create user? Where to click? On the left side we see user. Let's go and create user. So I already created a user called Riaz RSK. That is the reason why I have logged in with the IAM user called Riaz RSK. Now you have your root account, right? So you need to create your own IAM user or not? That's how I have created here. So you need to create your own IAM user. So I'm showing now how to create a IAM user. Should we create it? IAM user? How? Create user. You did see this here before that. So this is the username. Am I in my any groups? Do I have any groups? No. So when did I logged in? Last activity is 37 minutes ago. And do I have MFA? Yes, I have MFA. How many days password I have changed? 29 days. And when I have logged in to the console, October 30th, today, right? And I have one key which is active, which is how many days old? 18 days old. When did I lastly use my keys? 18 days and the ARN. What is the full form of ARN? Amazon resource. Did I told you that every user, every group will have the ARN? Right, this is the ARN. And when did I create this account? 29 days ago. This is a new account I have created. I was using the old account before. And the console access is enabled. Yes. So do you see this? So whenever if you want to know the details about any IAM user, like this, you can see. Let's say I create an IAM user. And I want to know when he last logged in. Can I get it from here? I create a user called Madhu. And I given some task. And he said, sir, completed. When I went and checked, he has never logged in. So he's lying or not? So these are the small things the managers, not you. I mean, for you also, you should know because manager will see from here. Okay. Should we go and create a user now? Yes. How to create Nana? Create user. Username. Give me one username. I'll say Madhu. Okay. That is a username. Now, how many ways do you can access AWS? How many ways are there? 2 ways. What are those? Console access, programmatic access. You tell me, when you're creating IAM user, which one do you recommend to give? Console, programmatic, programmatic CLI. Console, you know. If you give CLI, if you know CLI, how he can use it. Right? So we will go with the console. So here, provide user access to the AWS management console. Nana, is it mandatory I need to give console access? No, it's okay. So it's optional. I can just create user also, right? So here I select it. See, don't use the step, put the logic. Logics are important in my classes, right? If you know the logics, you don't need to write steps. Easily you can create it, okay? So now I create it. Now you tell me, do you remember we discussed about identity center? Remember, so if you have multiple root accounts, all the root accounts will be under organizations. In identity center, you create the user. So are we using identity center now or you want to create IAM user now? So which one need to select? First or second? Logic. Right? Understand? So I selected this and I selected I want to create a IAM user. Very good. And here console password. Nana, username you have given Madhu. Password you need to give now. Auto-generated password meaning what? Automatically AWS will give that random, that yoga style password. Yoga style meaning what? 1 ampersand, 1 hash, 1 capital letter, 1 small letter, that random Bluetooth password will be there, no? So that password you'll get it. So custom password meaning your own favorite password. You and me at the rate 143, or you give some names, right? So if you want to give, you can give that custom password. So for now, I'm going with the auto-generated one. Okay. Let's say I'm creating, Madhu is working with me. I'm the admin, I'm the AWS engineer. I'm creating a IAM user. When I create an IAM user called Madhu, I'll know the password or not? I'll know the password. Yes, as an admin, I'll know the password. I'll know the username, I'll know the password. Then only I have to give it to him to log in. Correct? So is it good that I know the Madhu's password? Is it good that if I know the Madhu's password? No. So when I give username and password for him, when he log in, he will be forced to change the password. He'll be forced to change that. So here, user must create a new password. Yes, next sign in. When he's signing in, if you enable this option, he will be forced to change the password. That changed password, do I know? I don't know. So it is recommended to enable this. Nana, in this case, you are creating your own username, no? In this case, now in our scenario, you are creating your own IAM user. So you want to enable this or not required? Not required. Uncheck it. Because you are the only one you are creating your own IAM user, no? Is this clear, the first step? Everyone. Online. So give the username, select this. I want to create IAM user, auto-generated password, uncheck this option. Slowly. Let's go slowly. Click on next. Now here, add user to group. Did we create any user that we are adding to the group here now? No. Copy permissions. Did I create any IAM users to copy their existing permissions? No. Attach policies directly. Which one we need to select? First, second, third. Third one. Attach the policies. So I create an IAM user called Madhu. I need to give permissions, no? Okay. So Nana, you are creating your own IAM user. So which type of permissions that you need? All permissions. All permissions meaning what? Administrator, no? Yes or no? Yes or no? Administrator. Do you see this? And then see here, these are all called what? Policies. What are all these? How many types of policies are there? 2 types. What are those? Managed policy, inline policy. Managed policy, inline policy. What is managed policy? Created and managed by AWS. Inline policy, created and managed by us. So here, do you see what color is this? Orange. Huh? So if you see this orange color, and all those are all what? AWS managed policies. Created and managed by AWS. If you come down, down. So there are so many IAM users are there. As this is a new account, I didn't created any inline policies, but we create it later. Okay. So all these are all what? If you don't see, do you see this here? Do you have any orange color here? No. And what is this policy? Customer managed policy. That meaning what? Inline policy. Do you understand how to identify managed AWS managed policy and inline policies? With the dice, without dice. With the orange color, without orange color. And also here, filter is there. Customer managed policy, we know, which is inline policy. Managed AWS managed policy, we know, which is created and managed by AWS. And here, AWS managed policy only, but they're based on job functions. Let's say, for example, I am the AWS engineer. A database guy joined. I don't know which are all the services are related to database in AWS, but I want to give him access to all database services. So if you select job functions, do you see here? Administrator access job, billing related job, database administrator, scientist, network, power user, read-only, security guy, support engineer. So we have based on the jobs, you have the policies. Can we select based on the job also? Up to you. AWS is giving so many things for you. Based on your requirement, you can select it. That is called job functions. So now you understand all these policies here, and you have 1,136 policies are there. All are AWS managed policy. I told you EC2 full access or EC2 read-only access. S3 full access, S3 read. Should we go and check it? Let's say EC2 full access. Do you see? And EC2 read-only access. Do you see? Tell me one more service. S3 read-only access. Do you see this? S3 full access. Do you see? RDS full access. Do you see? So like this, for each and every service, there will be a full access. There will be a read-only access. What are those? Those are all managed policies. If you want to create your own policy, that is called inline policy. Now, in this case, which is a policy that you need to select? Which policy you need to select for your own username? Administrator. Which one? First or second? Second one need to select. You're getting it? You understand the second option? Is it clear, Nana? So here we are selecting. Nana, is it possible to select multiple policies? Is it possible to select multiple policies? Yes, but as you have selected already administrator access, does it make any sense to select one more policy? Because admin access meaning full access. Okay, so come down and set boundary permissions is optional. You don't touch it because this one it's an advanced feature. If you set a boundary to control maximum permissions for this user, for Madhu, I can set maximum how many policies he can have, what kind of policies. But this is related to, you can control Madhu's permissions, but don't use it. Now, is this clear? Second step is nothing but selecting the permission policy. If you want only EC2 permissions, select only EC2. But we are selecting here administrator access. Now click on next. That's it. Click on. So this is a review. Do we have a habit of reviewing every time? We don't have a habit. Whenever you see review, and then we'll go and create it. Correct? Okay. So here, just review. What is the username, Nana? Madhu. Console password is auto-generated. Did I enable reset? Password reset? No. So what kind of permissions I have given for him? Administer access. Tags. What is a tag? Tags are key value pair. Tags are key value pair. Is it mandatory or optional? Optional. Can I go and add the tag? Yeah, you can. So I can say that tag is a key value. So I say team. So team, he is from AWS. Can I add multiple tags? How many tags maximum I can say? I can 50 tags. See how many are left? 48 are left. Now click on create user. Now, do you all understand how to create a user? Do you all understood how to create a user? I am user. Okay, see here. So this is the what is this URL? IAM user sign in link. And what is this user? Madhu. And this is here password. Do you see that password? Yak password. Nasty password. So I give this 3 information to Madhu, and Madhu will log into that into my account with that URL. Clear? Okay. Another important thing here. This guy, this console password will be visible only for one time. This password also visible for one time. I need to copy this and save it, or you just go and download the CSV file. CSV file is nothing but what? Excel sheet. If you click on download, Excel sheet got, see, Madhu credentials got downloaded. Now, suppose if you don't download and then click on return to users list, can I retrieve the password? Certification question. Write down in a book. The IAM user password is visible only for the first time. The IAM user password will be visible only one time, will be visible only one time while creating user. While creating user. Okay, Nana? Understood now? Now you know how to create a IAM user. Can you tell me how to create one more IAM user to me? You only tell me. I will not. You tell, I'll click. Okay, tell me. Create user. Tell me username. Nadeem. He say, he will shout all the time. So Nadeem will say, and then checka unchecka. Checka unchecka. Check or uncheck? First or second? First or second? First. Checka unchecka. Uncheck. Check or uncheck? Uncheck. Because if you are creating your own user, if you are creating others users, check. And then click on next. And I want to give EC2 permissions for this guy, Nadeem. You tell me how to do it. Attach policies. Search for what? EC2 read only. Select. And I want to give S3 also. S3 read only. Now next. Next, click on next and create. That's it. This is the password. Now you know how to create a users. That too makki ki makki ka. So download is not required mandatorily, but in real time you download it, right? So now I'm showing you, no? So if you want to store that username and password, you can store it by downloading it, right? Okay. Is it clear now how to create it? Good. So now, slowly, let's go slowly. I'm going very, very slow, right? Very slow. See here. Now, can you anytime delete it? No problem, delete it. So now what we do is we'll just go inside Madhu. Let's click on it. And we have these options, Nana. We have these options. So these options will be same for everyone. These options will be same for everyone. So what is Madhu's ARN? This is the Madhu's ARN. What's the full form of ARN? Amazon Resource name. So ARN colon AWS. Which service is this? IAM service. And what is this number? Account ID. And Madhu is what? User. What is the username? So the ARN format will be like this. If it is related to ELB, ELB will be there. S3, S3 will be there. RDS, RDS will be there. If it is a group, group will be there. So that is it. Did I enable MFA for this guy? Not yet enabled. Did I create any keys for this guy? Not yet created. When did got created? This time. When he signed in? Last on today only. That meaning I just created it. Okay. So now we have here permissions option. Nana. What option is this? So for this guy, what I have permissions I have given? How do you check? Do you see this? Yeah. If you want to see what kind of permissions any IAM user can have, what is it? So let's say, for example, I asked, hey, what is the permission that Madhu have? Please tell me. So what should I do? Click on Madhu. Where should I go? Permissions. And you see here, what permissions? I tell, hey, admina, remove it. And then give only S3 permissions or give only Beanstalk permissions. What do you do? How do you do? Select it and then remove. This is how you remove the permissions. So now there is no permissions. If Madhu logged in, can he access any service? Nothing. So I want to add a Beanstalk. How? Add. Add permissions or create inline. Add permissions. Inline, we'll do it later. So add permissions. First, second, third. Third one. And here, which one we need to select? Beanstalk. Okay. So something. There are so many things related to Beanstalk. So select. And then next. And then add permissions. Can I add multiple permissions also? Of course, I can go and add permissions. So attach and give me one more service. Let's say EFS, select. Understood? How to add permissions, how to remove permissions? Clear? Slowly. Okay. Okay. So next one is what, Nana? Did we created any groups? Should we go and create a group? What is a group? Collection of IAM user. Should we go and create a group? Where is that? On the left side, we have user groups. So create a group. Group name. Tell me group name. Let's say AWS group. You can give any name also. Okay. No case sensitive, nothing here. AWS group. For this group, to whom we will assign? For AWS group. You tell me, I'll select. To whom we'll assign? Users. Which users? I need to select users. You select Madhu? Okay, we'll select Madhu. Now I'm creating AWS group. I'm creating a group. For group, we need to have the permissions, no? Yes or no? So for group, what kind of permission should we give? S3 we have already given to this that guys. Something new. Route 53, yeah? Okay. Route 53, full access. Cloud, cloud front. Can I have multiple permissions also? Of course. So now click on create group. Nana, in this group, who is the user we have? Madhu only. So group got created. So now if I go to Madhu, what kind of permissions he has now? He has his own individual permissions, which I have attached directly, which is EFS and then Beanstalk, and he got Route 53 and CloudFront from AWS group. Got inherited or not? So can I create one more group also? You tell me how to create. Groups, create group, and I call it as DevOps group. Sorry. And to whom I will attach? Nadim will attach. Okay. What kind of permission we give for DevOps? Lambda, na? Lambda, right? Lambda. So create group. So if I go to users and if I go to Nadim, what kind of permissions got inherited now? Lambda permissions got inherited from the DevOps group. Do you understand? If I go to groups, so this guy Nadim is in which group? DevOps group. Can I go and remove anytime from the group? Can I add this user to the another group also? Okay, Nadim is in which group now? Can I add this to Praveen? There are so many. Don't worry on that. Okay. When we go deeper, you'll get to know. So now can we add to AWS group also? One user can be in multiple groups. Yes. How? Click on add user to the group. Which group? AWS group. Add user. Is it clear? Can I remove from any group also? Anytime we can group. So that is group. Tags, we know. You can add the tags if required. It's optional. So now let's go to very important thing, which is called here security groups, security credentials. Now I'll be extending the class for a few more minutes. Is that fine? So because I'll give good practicals. From tomorrow we have a holidays, right? So, everyone knows that? Did I inform? I didn't inform? I informed, no? Nadim bhai. Huh? Okay, so Nana, from tomorrow, the next class will be on next Monday. Sunday comes separate to me. Separately, I'll teach on Sunday. Okay, so Tuesday to Friday will not be any class. So next class will be on Monday only. So you'll have a good time. So of course, whatever we have discussed till now, I'll give the practicals for you also. And what is so don't be out of the topic of AWS. So keep this topic, keep our whatever we discussed before also, just try to revise those. Okay. Very important. See here. Now coming to security credentials. What is this link called? IAM user sign in link. Good. And here manage console access. Very important. Now let's say, for example, I'll take Nadim only. Nadim only. Nadim only. So let's say Nadim, what he did was he is working in my project. He is working with me. What he did was he said, sir, I'm resigning the company. I'm resigning your company. I said, okay. But when I see Nadim, I'll see that this guy might be doing something in my account. So what I do is, can I go and block console access for him? Can I go and disable console access for me? Because I'm little bit scared that he might be doing something in my account because he has access. So what I do, can I go and block him? Yes. Or if you don't take that seriously, then let's say, for example, Nadim is going for 6 months vacation with friend. So can I go and temporarily disable his account? Yeah. So you will have, so because these are all the scenario based questions that you will get it in your certification. That's why I'm giving all these things, right? So is it possible to go and disable your console access? IAM user console access? Answer is yes. How? Go to security credentials, manage console access, and then boom, disable. So please write down your book. It is possible to disable IAM user console access anytime. It is possible to disable. You can do that also, Supriya. It is possible to disable. What did I say? Yeah, it is possible to disable IAM user console access anytime. It's possible to disable the. Okay, so Supra is saying you can remove all permissions. Of course, we can remove all permissions, but if I want to give back the permissions, do I remember what kind of permissions it has? No, for that reason, don't remove the permission. That is not a good idea. Okay, so and also Nadim come and say, sir, I forgot my password. I forgot my. Can you reset the IAM user password? Can you reset it? Yes. How? Same. Manage console access, Do you see? You can set again auto generate password, and he need to change it now, his password to a new one. You can select it. So again, write down in your book, it is possible to reset IAM user console password. It is possible to reset. It is possible to reset IAM user console password. In brackets, how Nana? How in brackets? Go to IAM user. Go to IAM user -- arrow mark. Security credentials. Security credentials. -- arrow mark. Manage console access. Manage console access. Okay, na? Good one. See, come here. Okay. Okay, next one here is, what is this is? MFA. What is that? So we need to set up MFA for every account, no? Yes. So how do we set up MFA? What is the software that we need to install? So open your phone and install Google Authenticator. Now. Now, do it. Do it. Change. Oh, no 1.5 GB left. Early morning. Done, huh? Open your phone and then download Google Authentic. Open Play Store. Open Play Store. Those who have iPhone, I don't know what is there. iStore, huh? Huh? App Store, huh? Okay. So Google Authenticator. This is how it looks like. That into star mark will be there with different colors. That is the old one. This is how it looks like. Okay. Download it. Okay. So now, okay, I'm not sure whether you have 2G, 4G, 3G, whichever it is, but at least someone has downloaded here, right? Okay, see how to set up MFA for the account. Yes, correct. So see here, how is like this. Nana, see here, assign MFA device. Click on it. See here. Assign MFA device. Whose device is this? Call it as Nadim's MFA. So here you have so many options, Nana. You have so many. One is authenticator app, security key, hardware token. So do you remember in olden days, we used to have one token, no? RSA token, remember? So it will be like pen drive. There you will get, so you are very, very babies now. But in olden days, we used to have this. But now what you have authenticator, just now you have downloaded, no? You can download it on your phone also. You can download it in your computer also, no issues. Okay. So select the authenticator app and click on next, click. Okay. So here, there is no apostrophe should be there. Click on next. Okay, now do you see here quick show QR code? What is it? QR code. Click on it. So now open your Google Authenticator and then you need to scan it. Don't everyone scan this. Only one person can scan. Scan it. Scan. Once you scan, immediately you will get the code. Did you got the code? You scanned, huh? You scan this? Okay, we are getting the. So I need this code, Nana. So someone is saying something. What is the present code you have? 999-414. And you need to give next immediate code should be there. So next consecutive code you need to give. Otherwise it will not work. What's the next immediate code that you got? Huh? 2 seconds, huh? Okay, fine. So Nana, you need to give 2 immediate codes. Otherwise it will not work. 594962. See this? And then click on add MFA. Do you see this? This is how you set up the MFA. Everyone understood how to set up MFA? And now you should know how to remove MFA also. So from your phone, because this is a demo thing, right? So it's not good to have MFA, this code in your phone. So hold that code for a couple of seconds and on the top, go and delete it. Those who have scanned here now, delete it. Delete it from your phone. Those who have scanned, delete it from your phone. Okay? Don't keep it. Now, everyone understood how to set up a MFA and how to remove it from here? Go and click on remove. Resync meaning if you have the code, scan code again, you can resync it again, right? But make sure in your phone, how many MFA code should be there? One is for root user, one is for your own IAM user. How many cells should be maximum? Don't play with MFAs. Scan. Don't play with it. So in your phone, it should be how many MFA should be there? Only two. One is for root, one is for IAM user. Did I show you how to set up for your IAM user? Only two should be there. And make sure that you don't uninstall Google Authenticator. Or if your phone is lost, or if you uninstall it, you need to contact the AWS to remove that MFA. That will take time. Okay, na? Got it, Nana? Everyone? Nice. Very good. So this is how you set up a MFA. Good. Now, here you have access keys. What is this related to? CLI, programmatic license. So Nadim has any access keys now? He has only console access. So how to give programmatic access? By creating the keys. How to create keys? Create keys. Which one? CLI. I understand. Click on next. Click on create access. Do you see this? This is the access key and this is the secret key. So you need to download this and give it to Nadim. And this secret key will be visible only for one time only. Is it clear how to set up a keys? How many maximum set of keys you can have? 2. 4 2. So click on done. Okay, click on done. See here. Now we have the keys. I can see only the access key. Where is the secret key? I cannot see. That's why I said. And now Nadim said, Sir, I lost the keys. I lost the key. Is it possible to retrieve? What I need to do? Delete and recreate it. How to delete? Before deleting it, what you need to do is you need to deactivate it. What is that? And also, is it possible to disable the console access? Yes, we did it. So, and also another certification question here. Is it possible to disable programmatic access? Yes. How? By deactivating the keys. Write down in a book. It is possible to disable the programmatic access to the IAM user. It is possible to disable. It is possible to disable programmatic access. It is possible to disable the programmatic access to the IAM user. To the IAM user. In brackets, deactivate the keys. Deactivate the keys. Okay. How to deactivate? See here, click on deactivate. Deactivate it. Now it is in it. Then go ahead and then delete it. Say select this, put it, delete. Okay, now delete it. Should I go and create it again? Yes. When you create it again, what will happen? New case will come or not? Yes. Do I get the old case? No. I get the new case. How many maximum you can create? 2. I'm creating one more for you. Next, create. Now you see, create access keys is grayed out now. Can I create the third one? If you want third one, I mean, if you cannot do, you need to delete one and then recreate it. Maximum, how many you can have? 2. Is it clear? How to set up CLI for your, how to set up access keys and secret keys for the user? Very good. So now coming to Access Advisor. Remember we discussed about Access Advisor? So there is nothing to do with Access Advisor. So it just shows this Nadim has what kind of services he has accessed when he has last used. When he has last used. So did he accessed? No, it says not accessed in the tracking period. So Nadim has not logged in and has not accessed any of the service here. It's just an Access Advisor. Is it clear? Morning, guys. Yes. No problem, sir. Morning, guys. We have the lab. Just a second, guys. Online. Yeah, sorry. Okay, so the announcement here is online people also, for offline everyone. You know that we have the lab in 3rd floor. So from today we started the practicals, right? So if you have any questions and doubts, you can get your own laptops and then go there and then you can do your practicals. So if you have any questions and doubts, these two mentors can help you. They are dedicated only for you. Okay, you can utilize them for anything. For online people, so 2 to 4 and 6 to 8 in the evening. Afternoon 2 to 4, evening 6 to 8. They have online sessions will also be conducted. So if you have any questions, online people, you can get in touch with them. Okay, but mostly you will be doing by yourself. So everything will be clarified. Okay, now is it clear, everyone? Okay, so I could have covered more, but I don't want to cover more because it's enough for today. So should I give practicals task till here? Is it clear till here? Will you be able to do the practicals? Okay, now. So the practicals, the task will be like this. So do you have the Google Classroom? Everyone has Google Classroom, right? Yeah. If not, please. No, it will be different. Dilshar, please contact your admin. Task. Okay, see here, guys. See. Can you log in? So which account do you need to log in? And navigate to IAM service. First thing, what you need to do? Create alias. And what you need to do? Can you bookmark that URL? Yes. So because today how I went inside google.com. I opened Google and I typed AWS console login. Then I went. So instead of that, what you can do? So can you just bookmark this URL? Once you bookmark, I also bookmark. See here. And from tomorrow, I mean, from the next class, I'll just open this link. I don't need to go to Google. So bookmark it. And then can you create your own IAM user with admin policy? Okay. Can you set up MFA for the IAM user that you have created? Yes. And remember, I have this habit. In every service, I will be giving you exploring topic also. I'll teach everything, but you need to do, so I'll give one topic or I'll give one or two tasks maximum. So you need to do it by yourself. So this is purposefully I'm giving it because in your real time, it is not always that whatever I teach, it's not like that the same thing will come there in real time. You will be having multiple requirements, right? And if you get something new, you should be in the position to search, investigate, explore, and then implement it. So I'll make you that habit also in our course. For that reason, I'll give one or two or small tasks which you need to search and do it. Like this, similarly like this, I'm giving you one small task today is I showed you how to set up MFA for your IAM user. Did I show you how to set up MFA for root account? You need to do it. Very easy. Should I give you one hint? Should I give one hint? You logged into the root account, no? Go to security credentials. There you can set up MFA. So, but I should not tell this, go here and do it. You need to find out that. If you start finding out like this, you can explore more things and you will get more knowledge on that. Okay, Nana? Good. Next, so set up MFA for your root account. Now you have set up MFA for your root account. You set up MFA for your IAM user. So do you have any use of the root account now? No. What you need to do? You need to sign out and log in with the IAM account. And guys, and in my previous batch, not in previous batch, on one of the batch, I said, Babu, don't use root account. Think that you forget about root account, I said. And what he did was, he went and deleted the root account itself. So what does that mean? He was, forget about root account. Don't use the root account. If you don't have root account, you don't have IAM account also. Right? You're killing the parent, not the child. Right? So don't use the root account. Log in with the IAM account all the time. Okay. Nana, can you create another sample test IAM user? Don't do any experiments on your own IAM user because it will kick out of your from the console. So create a new IAM user called test user 1 and attach and detach the policies to the test IAM user 1. Can you do it? Attach and detach the policies? And how many maximum policies you can attach? 10. I want you to attach 11 policies and see whether you are able to do it or not. Okay. Can you create 2 groups and attach users and remove the users from the group? Okay. Can you try to disable console access and try to log in with that? Okay. Can you reset password? Yes. Can you create access keys and secret keys? Can you make it inactive? And finally, delete the keys and delete the sample IAM user. Don't delete your own IAM user. Delete sample IAM user. Will you able to do this practical? This is how we go. I'll show you all the things and you have to do it by yourself. Okay, Nana? So I'll put this in the Google Classroom. If you want, you can take a snap photo also if required. But I'll also put it in Google Classroom. Okay. Thank you for spending a few more minutes today. If you have doubts, Nana, see, online people, 224-628 will not conduct same IAM practice what I've showed. It is like doubt session. Okay. So don't go and ask them, sir, teach this, teach that. No. If you have doubt, sir, I'm facing problem in creating IAM user. Can you tell me how to do it? But I don't think so. You will ask all these questions because in our class, we learned all these things. Okay. So the next class will be when, Nana? Monday will be 6. So November 6 is our next class. Excellent. Good. So can you give the final CC for today, please? And in these days, on these days, guys, please do the practicals, complete all your practicals. And it's better to revise the topics also. Great. So if you have any questions and non-technical, please contact your admin. Okay. So for any kind of Google Classroom link or something. Okay, now. Great. So that is all, guys, for today. And I'll see you on next Monday with the next. We still have the practicals left on IAM. We'll see the practicals on Monday, next Monday. Thank you, guys. See you on Monday. Have a nice day and have a nice week too. See you. Bye-bye.